Hey guys, it's Fallon from Market House Restorations. I have contemplated and contemplated and contemplated, should I get on here and talk to everyone about this? But you know what? It keeps coming back, and I'm like, maybe God's telling me that I need to say this so it can help someone. And so here I am. No makeup, hat on, haven't even showered today. But you know what? That's the home life, and that's how I roll a lot. But anyway, I want to get on here and share 5 different ways to continue or to help your business or your hobby, if you're in the hobby of painting furniture, help you can keep it going during this crazy time. I have 5 different ways to kind of help, and to just give you a little bit of back history. When I first started staying home with our firstborn child, we did not have a lot of money. And if you have read my thrifting ebook, it kind of goes into detail about all that. But we didn't have a lot of money, and I had to quickly learn how to put food on the table, because my husband, he had an entry-level job at the time, and when I left my job, I was making more money and had the 401k, and all that stuff. So anyway, I was like, quickly, it was like, oh my gosh, like we were gonna starve to death. And I was determined not to go on food stamps. Even though we could have, I was determined not to. And not that that's a bad thing by any means. Please don't take it wrong. I was like, you know what? I have a college education, and so does my husband, like why I got to figure it out. So I did. And I started selling everything. I was selling stuff from our home, furniture, home decor, baskets, clothes. I was doing stuff on eBay. I was doing stuff on Craigslist. I was having a couple yard sales a year. I was buying stuff to resell it. I mean, I was making it work because I didn't have a choice. So I feel like that I have really trained myself for this moment, even though I had no idea it was coming. Subconsciously, I've been kind of really working on the passive income and just being prepared if something ever did happen where I had to take care of my kids and I had to take a break from work or, whatever. And here we are. I've been in business for, it'll be 3 years on August 30th of 2020. And on December 8, 2018, I decided I need to figure out a way to make a passive income, because I am working so hard painting furniture and I can only make X amount of dollars a day. And it's hard. It's really hard. And what happens if, I get sick with somebody else or whatever? So I really started focusing on expanding my business. And I'm going to encourage that for you guys as well. But I want to, whether you have a hobby and you make $50 a month, or if you have a business and you make $500 or $500,000, a month, then I think these are tips that you can follow. Now, this is just what works for me. This doesn't have to work for you or anyone else, but I feel like just taking bits and pieces of this information and maybe applying it to your life could help a lot. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and do this, because I feel like any advice for anyone right now is encouraging, and especially if you've been through it in a weird way. And again, when I graduated from college, which was in 2006, and that my husband and I got married, right after that, the market crashed. And so I feel like we have been climbing and climbing and climbing, individually and as an economy, to get to where we are today. And then this has happened. So it's been I don't know, I just feel like we've always kind of struggled, or been, I don't want to say struggled, but just never been in the clear. It was different when we were growing up, and then it was time for us to be grown up, and it was like, crap, good luck. Markets crashed. So here we are, and it's happening kind of again. So I'm just going to share my tips and tricks with what's working for me right now. And, so here we go. 5 things that I recommend that you do if you do this as a hobby, or even more as a profession. You want to know, you need to know your why. And along with your why, you need to know your budget. Okay, so if you need to make 50 extra bucks a month, then you need to figure out a way to make 50 extra bucks a month. If you need to make 500, you need to find a way to do 500. Don't just be like, oh, hey, I'm doing this and I'm making a little extra money and it's really fun, kind of deal. If you need that money, you need to figure out a way to make a certain amount of money. That's super important. So sit down, budget it out, figure out how much you need to do. And to go along with that, you need to be really smart with your expenses right now. So that's kind of number 2. I'm all about coaches and groups and all the things. If it's really benefiting you, if you know the expense that you're putting out is going to bring money in, then by all means go for it. If you're just putting money out there right now and it's not benefiting your business or you or your family financially, then let's just go ahead and put it on a pause. Now, I'm not saying like, oh no, she's telling me to encourage the market crash. No, I'm trying to encourage you to continue living and put food on the table for your family. Okay? So if it benefits you, keep it in the budget. If it doesn't, just pause it or get rid of it for at least 6 months for right now. Okay? Those are really, really important things. Sorry, I keep dropping this. Okay. Let's go over custom work. That's another thing that I think this will be number 3. Now, focus on custom work right now. We, as furniture artists, know that custom work is exhausting. We appreciate it, and we are very grateful for it, and it challenges like us beyond what you wouldn't imagine. But if you can focus on that custom work right now, and you know you can consistently have an income, by all means do it. Now, focus, of course, on your sanitation process and being smart about, following your government laws in your state or your town or whatever. Don't disobey those. I mean, let's be smart here. If you know someone has been around it or could potentially have it or anything, obviously you don't want to mess with that. It's not worth it. So just be smart in how you go about this. But for me, I actually had some classes planned, and I was super bummed because I couldn't have the classes, and I had already spent hundreds of dollars on these classes, and I'm just gonna have to wait probably till the fall to do it. Thankfully, everybody was very understanding about it. But the custom work is something that I was outside talking from a distance to my neighbors, and I was like, listen guys, if you have some custom work you want me to do, now's the time. Please, I'd love to do it. So I was thinking outside the box, and I instantly got a little table and an entire bedroom suit. Now, you're like, ew, that's the last thing I want to do is someone's bedroom suit. Well, I'm not doing their mattresses and their sheets, but follow protocol and gloves, masks. You have the stuff come out of their house or whatever, disinfect it in their yard or in their driveway. Just go ahead and just get that out of the way. Let's disinfect it. I'm sure hopefully that it's okay, but let's be smart and do that. And so from there, you stay masked up and gloved up when you're working on the projects and smart in the process, and then you can return it back to them. Now, you're not going in the house, and it's a driveway delivery drop off. And again, just be smart. But just like that, I was out talking to somebody one day, or a couple of neighbors, and boom, I've got a huge job and another little small job just in one day. And so that was only 2 neighbors. I could probably continue walking around and asking. You could either post it if you feel comfortable doing that, because I'm sure there's people hopefully on your waiting list, or just you've talked to in the past that maybe you forgot about, and you're like, hey, I'd love to do that now. This is a great opportunity to keep my business going. So reach out. You can't, you got to think outside the box and just be smart in the process. Okay, number 4. I had kind of mentioned that I had done this before when we were starting out, but number 4 is to sell what you currently have. So as a furniture artist, a furniture painter, we can get stuff and we can paint it and put it in our house and customize it any day of the week when we have time. But right now, if you already have pieces that are done and you need cash and you need money to support your family, sell what's in your house, okay? Again, following all protocols. I haven't been anywhere, so it's, I think I would still be safe in the process of selling it. Of course, drop it off in their driveway. But, yeah, just don't be afraid to sell what you have. It can be furniture, it can be decor, it can be staging decor, it can be, even clothes and stuff if you have babies or something. But again, just be smart. I'm going to say that a billion times. Be smart in the process. But that stuff in your home is replaceable. So let's if you need to sell it, and make some money right now to get you through until the market picks back up. All right, and the last thing, which I think is super duper important, number 5, is start working on your passive income now. So you're like, I'm too late. I can't do it. I can't pick up. I can't, you know, I'm too late to the game or whatever. Well, I just started my YouTube channel and I'm kicking myself for not getting it started sooner. Of course I do the videos and the blogging and the Instagram and Instagram TV and Facebook and emails and website and blah, 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 blah. It's all the things and it's exhausting. And I started that in December of 2018 and I am so glad I did because it has started to pay off finally. You know, I've done a couple of ebooks, I've done guides. Hold on, let's see. I got this somewhere. Okay, so last year alone, and I thought I was crazy. I was like, this is so stupid. I'm so tired. Like, why am I doing this? But I get it now. Last year alone, I wrote 107 blog posts. And updated my second edition of my ebook. Wrote and designed 3 guides with over 500 examples. Painted furniture, painted kitchens. Wrote a new ebook about thrifting. Filmed 40 videos, designed... Oh, God. Like, I don't say that to say, like, oh, my gosh, I did all these things. I'm saying that it's because I worked my butt off so that when this time came where, like... I wasn't planning for a crazy virus and market crash thing, but, you know, if there was a situation where I had to take care of my family with me being, you know, like the kids are home now all the time, then I can still be making money while I'm taking care of my children. And I am just super thankful that I started all of that work and that passive income. And if you're saying like, well, I don't have time or whatever, dude, I didn't either. I was still painting furniture and taking care of my kids, running one for preschool and one home, and then another one that was in, you know, the elementary school home. We're doing all the things. I did all of that last year. So really a lot hasn't changed as far as being home and working and getting all this done. It was a lot of early mornings and late nights, but I did it and I'm so glad I did. And I want you guys 6 months or a year from now to be like, I am so glad I did that. I'm so glad I started because listen, if you're like, I can't afford it right now, there are people out there, young people that want your business, okay? And so they may not be that expensive. You would be surprised. They just want the experience. They may want some recommendations or some quotes from you saying how great they are so they can put it on their website. I mean, of course you want to try and pay. I'm not saying do it, you know, don't lowball them, but I think it's so important that you need to explore your options. My dog is getting ready to jump over the fence. Great. I think it's really important that you need to explore your options and figure out what works for you. Get that website started. Get those blogs started. Start trying to do some videos. We are all doing that. It's okay. Look, like I said, I don't even have makeup on. I was like, I got to do this. Like, I just got to do it because somebody needs this. All right, so hopefully this isn't just a bunch of jibber jabber and you're like, dude, she's exhausting. But I think it's really important that you do these 5 things. Again, you need to know your why and your budget. Okay, really crack down on that budget right now for your business or your hobby. You need to be smart with your expenses. What's going out and what's coming in? Is it, you know, what's going out is like coming out of your pocket, going to benefit you and come back in. Custom work. Figure out your custom work right now and start working really, really hard on that. And sell your current furniture in your home or your inventory that you have until we can get through to the better of all of this. And then number 5, start working on that passive income. It's, again, I'm very serious about this, and I'm so glad that I've been doing this, and it's paying off now finally, and I can't really notice a difference in my business yet. I mean, I know it's only been like a month or so, but thankfully I've got things planned out, and you know, we'll get through this. We'll get through this together, and I think that is why it's so important for me to say this stuff to you. And most importantly, I just want you to know that you can reach out to me if you have any questions. I feel like I've been in a lot of really crazy, tough situations. Just not only financially, but in the business world already. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for now. And let me know what you guys think. And if you have any questions, holler at me. But stay safe, most importantly, stay well, and go get them. Y'all have a great day.